Well, hello people of YouTube and internet, I am Chip2B and today I'm back with the series of me drawing my thumbnails. Yes, this is a series which one? Okay, let me check for a little one. Well, actually, man, it was super recent, like months ago, but comparison in my timeline, it was literally video before my latest video. I expected it was last a little bit more, because I don't know, I didn't do any project for this stuff, so in my mind it was like I didn't do it for ages. So it's me drawing my thumbnails. And that will be a pretty quick video with some differences. Most of the difference will be the fact that I draw a little bit more thumbnail than the last time. But mostly it still will be a short video because most of those thumbnails will be pretty short. I mean, there are sometimes big thumbnails in project, they are big, but still not that big that took me several hours or minutes to make them. So without any long intros, because this video already a bit longer, but I will cut from a moment of my silence while I was waiting to see was the last time I uploaded the video. What I'm doing right now. So this thumbnail is from me time I was playing Hue, and today in this section of gameplay videos there will be ton of new games, because I went on the rampage to upload a ton of new games. So yes, Hue was one of them. So it's an art game. Well, the art game, because I have to switch colors and then travel between different spectrum of time. Actually, what the hell I'm telling you, it's not like it's a video review of the game. So yes, it's something like this. So for fun for this video, I have no idea how to call this video. So my idea went for calling it after some stuff what happened in the game, and the fact that I noticed that color of water in this game is white. And what is the other white substance in this reality? Milk. So that's why I'm drawing myself covered in milk, which is really weird, but let's not question it. Here I draw the blue background, the cave, and again I would say it's one of the complicated work, but also very simple. Mostly just my character, the poor background, the water effect. Also here I tried to do translucent milk, and here I'm drawing the hue. Actually I think originally I wanted to draw myself in this art style of Hue, because Hue have some interesting art style, I would say. But again, it would mean that I already start drawing myself in covered in milk, so starting drawing Hue art style I would see something as weird and something not usual. And while looking at these comics, I also make a little bit comics, but mostly because we all know what the joke about the white stuff and then cyanide milk. Now, because I have no idea how YouTube react to thumbnails and what he think, or he can even think. I mean, he have the bot which is supposed to think for YouTube, but again, AI technology does not create a sapient AI who can understand the joke. So here I'm kinda saying this is a milk. And plus it's also for the moment that I will upload those photos, images to the Instagram/Twitter. Well, Twitter will be okay with this stuff. Instagram may have questions, that's why it's mostly for him. But here I'm drawing the hue and doing something what they have in their art style. Now there will be somewhat not lined. Well, you see the hair, and you see there's no line here, because I draw the line first and then make them invisible. That's how I do it. Well, that's how they do it, but that's comparing to what they do and how I did it. In my version the lines are a bit more smaller, but because I use a bit smaller lines and try not to be risky. I don't know, maybe I should be risky. Also here you can see one of those moments when my character's hair look different because it's covered in liquid and now it's droopy and falling on his back of his head. Now there also will be a moment that his hair will be different, but to that I will explain a bit later. So let's not keep you any longer and let's go to the next thumbnail for this series. So the next game will be Beholder. I think I already make one I already make one thumbnail for Beholder, and I'm continuing this series. So for this series, it's called the Agent of Justice, basically because we were punishing some bad people. And I was really concerned about how to call it, because maybe I call it the Agent of Vengeance. Yeah, I have some questions how to call it, Agent of Justice or Agent of Vengeance. And because I see what this game is trying to do, and mostly if the game is trying to be like philosophical or have some like deeper meaning, I'm pretty much noticing it. It just most sometimes I have not much stuff to say about that. Now for this one, Mr. Dear Harlstein, you see the name reference there, is something like a Batman parody, with this eye on his chest, with the mask, and the cape. Also, I drew the maker, the Jacob, but mostly you cannot see him in the thumbnail because he mostly covered by how long will the video last. The background basically Polish grey, and again nothing much to say. Again, mostly it was trouble to how to name it the best way because to see what will make the most sense. Also, you can notice that I did something like white line when his body is crossing his body, like the arm going on the body. So you could see the arm, I do some white lines, which is I'm not sure the real beholder do. I think in behold if the character arm is going on his body, you just cannot see the arm. So I decided to do a white line, and whenever the arm will leave the body, the white line will disappear. I especially did something like that, but not on the roof. It's supposed to be roof. Also, I was trying to create the effect like create the illusion of height, but I'm not sure I did it right. It looked like he's standing on the fence and Jacob just looking at the scheme, but he was on the fence. I was trying to do something like the height illusion, but I have no idea how to do it. Maybe we'll watch some tutorials in the future, but for now, did the mask white, did the eye, try to create illusion of his body, but I guess in real life he's a bit more chubby. In this one, maybe because of the legs, but he doesn't look that chubby. So I think everything I want to say, I said it. So for the next thumbnail, which will be pretty short. Okay, so the next thumbnail is a big step in my career. So, well, not big step, but it's a step. So basically, for my DD channel, on which one I usually used to post different ones from cartoons, but then get sick a little bit of it, I decided to start reaction channel on YouTube videos. So I was starting to react to from one of the famous creators of the best cartoon series. Well, the best is maybe a strong word, but a nice cartoon series I find very nice. So it's VivzyPod and her first video, The Son of 666. So for this thumbnail video, my main goal was to create myself in somewhat Vivzy art style. Plus, making myself was trying to create something in VivzyPop style. Plus, making one theme of me making my characters of the same species, creature, and the rules of the universe. So, because it was her first video with the characters, I think which originate from the comics, although maybe it's a bit different. I don't know when she made the comics and when she made the animation. Although I think I saw the date that she made the animation, I was kind of shocked. Or maybe that was one of HAZBIN photo trailers. I'm sure that in this video it's happened. And I make this video long enough for me to forget what I even saw in that video. Not fully, but somewhat forgot. Now here you can see me playing banjo, because there was a banjo in the plot of this cartoon. So it was that. Plus, draw both of my OCs in the art style of Vivzy. Well, I will call it the Gold Sona. Yeah, I will call it the Gold Sona. Well, hellish Gold Sona. It's not my HAZBIN Hotel Sona, because for HAZBIN Hotel Sonas I already draw one characters and have some idea how I want my characters to look there. So did the short, well, the tank top ripped because illusion of, I don't know, some hellish illusion. The short will be the same color, the banjo, well, the strings was the hardest part, because again there's not enough space for the strings. Although I could easily use the thin brush, and actually I think it would make more sense. Now here I'm making the copy of positive self and removing some lines to create the negative self, because I didn't want to redraw this whole thing. So did the eyes where I think I want to do these eyes for a really long time when the eyes have closed, and for that you just making half circles. Oh yeah, half circles and the line going a little bit higher. And that I did. I think I learned that from, well, from lots of cartoons I could learn it, but I think especially I learned from Star Trek Lower Decks. Now I guess one of the problems is the problem that my characters, my negative self will always be a bit shorter than my positive self. Most for that because I like drawing my positive self close, and mostly I like main the full-time body top and body bottom. And with negative self I am not a big fan of that, so I always just try to draw the short. But because they're mostly the same size, I have to place them in somewhat similar ways. But also the way that sometimes negative me look a bit shorter. And I don't know, that sometimes happens. I think that's happened a lot. Like, I think even the nice representation of that will be thumbnail for Stick It to the Man, where you can see that positive self have the shorts, full-time short you can see them, but negative self was hiding just you can see his torso. That's a problem I constantly have. Also for the color of the hair I decided to go with some darker colors, because usually they have black color hair, which will a little bit change in the future, you will even see it a little bit later. But now I decided to make it a bit brighter red, darker red. Then the eyes full black. this white part we usually have, while the pupil will be the same color they have in reality. Although in the cartoon they all have red pupils, characters in there have red pupils. I decided to go with canon of my series. Was there to draw floppy ears and little beards here because they always must have a beard. I didn't decide to make it the same color as the hair because I thought it doesn't make sense to me. Because again, I tried to separate the hair and the body and the face, so I decided to draw something like this. Although it kinda sounds weird to be fair. Give him a little bit tank, the clothes, and for other stuff I think it's all basically the same stuff. So no reason for making it a little bit more explanation. So let's get to the next video for now. Okay, so if my life was a video game, I would say today, during this period, there was events. And today, events of this bunch of drawings will be the fact that I have messed at my studio. Well, studio, my room, but let's consider it's my studio. Let's fit my dreams and hopes a little bit higher. So for this one, I was playing a brand new game. Again, I will play lots of brand new games. It's for the King. The game which is also made from Curve Digital. Curve Studio. They just well, there's called not King DDD, but Digital. I cannot pronounce it. And they make Few, the game I already talked about earlier, and I think was the game latest in this one, before Beholder, and then the game, this one I will play for the King. Actually, judging by YouTube, it's somewhat popular game. Well, not like full-time judging by it. It just, you know, sometimes when you play games, YouTube automatically will upload the site. And YouTube, you know, okay, go to GTA, go to comments of any YouTuber and go a little bit lower. You will see GTA in here and with picture of GTA. Click on it, it will take you to the YouTube page where they have the recent video, the most famous video, basically stuff with games. And which one I will see with GTA, Blitz Construction and for the King, but will not see with Ticket to the Man and what else was up, Hue and some other games. Which is I guess not that popular. Well, I mean that popular, but well actually for the King and that stuff I would not say that popular. There was like one video, well not one, but there were a couple of videos, like no commentary gameplay, trailers for those games, and mostly that's it. Then some gay people of not English nationality and not Canadians, the ones that speak not English, gameplay footage, which is, well again we'll never see that with GTA. But to be fair, with GTA you will see a bunch of kid trash content, slash some interesting stuff, slash other interesting stuff, slash bunch of chaos which is not kid content, but it again mod a bit more interesting. And today I have problem with my speech. Why was a mumble today? But actually man, I think with this video, well no, this video is pretty much fine, it's just saying sometimes it's not that good. Now because the game, well actually I think the whole mess was because I was not used to the type of games, like it was some mechanic of the games which I was not very used to. It was click to go and then battle by waiting your turns and then picking the option of fighting, which is again was something brand to me, but again not that brand in reality. It was like not completely brand new mechanic, it's just I was not familiar to that mechanic, but it was really hard for me to get used to that. I mean I did not play for the King in this period of time, so I actually want to make my next gameplay about for the King, and I think I kinda figure out how the stuff work. Again will be trouble, have to figure out a little bit more, but for now I think the next time I play I will be a bit more prepared. Now because it was a mess, well not actually a mess in the studio, it was a mess that I was doing something different from that. It was this wire cords, confusion in me. Now I'm back to continue my room. Those curtains, which is a very simplified and basically single colors, because I'm not gonna draw the city. I mean maybe we'll do something like a hills, but not the city definitely. This is my wall. Can you see it? No, I think you cannot see it. I think I will cut it there. But it's the gray wall with blue lines. Well, they're not very blue. The grayish, but I draw the blue in pictures. My wall, my floor, which is exactly the same colors. I guess in the different variation, but basically much the same color. My carpet, which is in reality a bit more fluffy. My bed, which is have those newspaper texture, but here I decided to just make it thick black lines. My blanket, and actually in this video I forgot to made up my bed. One time I did forgot to made up my bed. It's made up right now. You see, it's made up. Nice. These black colors. And it will be like that for at least until it get dirty. Also I did that black and red, something right here. So I had this bed set, then I was playing for the king. And for the king it was pretty decent enough. I think I should change my bed set in the possible future, but not for now. Was he considered did something new with legs, but again that new did something new for my legs. Well, not much new, I just decided to show illusion of one part of leg being in depth. Well, how can I say? This will be... Man, I need to wash my legs. I think it was a bad idea to bring them up. But I already started bringing them up. So, this will be the foot, which you can see with my character. And then this is a leg part, which is got sliced right here. And you can see this. Actually, I'm trying to do that stuff a lot with my art. Trying to work on that. And yes, my dirty legs. You already saw it, there's no point in hiding it. I mean, I could cut it in montage, but I'm not gonna go clean my legs right now. I will take a shower, then I finish doing that. So, let's end this awkward conversation. To be fair, it was the longest conversation I have right now. So, but actually, man, I can make this conversation as long as I want, because there's so much free time we have in my montage footage time. So I can waste as much as I want. So, let's not waste your time and let's get to other drawing, because there's plenty enough here. Okay, so the next thumbnail in this video, just make a thumbnail of something short. Because no idea for what to make, I decided to make my face and the background of my curtains. So it's negative, positive me, but in negative mood. So the reason for that in negative mood is because I was playing GTA, and as I was saying, there was a ton of problem during that moment, and for some reason my GTA was super laggy. I thought we had during that period I was using live split. A time of problem it was used by speedrunners, but I use it to take a timer, because for now I recorded on my phone, and I'm still recording on my phone because it's have a better quality than my webcam. So because I was recording on my phone, and during my old times my phone was my timer, to not make super long videos I use live split as a timer to know when to stop. And it's helped me once. Actually, I think there was also a time with Beholder. Yes, actually it started with Beholder, because I still was figuring out how to use live split and was still trying to find a perfect way to make a video. I accidentally make almost a 1 hour video, but it's not 1 hour. It's 59 minutes and 59 seconds, so it's almost 1 hour. Yes, I was trying to short it out a little bit as much as I can, but that's kinda mean that every time I pause in dialogue I have to cut from montages, and I cut mostly the best part of it, and then start cutting the moments and it will look a little bit unnatural. You know, when you start one conversation, then a little bit break, start another conversation, I was cutting the moment of that break, and then will be one conversation, the next conversation. And because I was trying as hard as I can to avoid that 1 hour moment. But I failed, and now there's almost 1 hour video there. So with GTA it was like super laggy. I cannot show why, maybe because of live split, maybe because I was using it in video mode, because split sec. Man, I call it split sec, but it's live split and it sounds not original. Well, I mean original, but again, I expect companies to have a little bit more to the name of the company. Well, it's not a company, it's a program, but yeah, I don't know. I just simply don't know. And maybe because of live split, it was super laggy, I'm not sure. But my character's reaction to my button clicking was super slow. Like, I would go on the car, and it will not respond to my moving different buttons, pressing buttons. It will go forward and until it crashed until something. And if I want to go to the right, it will respond a bit later, it will start making circles, and I will press another button to stop making circles, it will make even weirder circles. So it was a failed gameplay attempt. I even called this video 1 and even less than 0.5% video. So it was something like that. So I guess it's enough for this intro. I guess I realized that I didn't comment about nothing about the drawing, but mostly because I was explaining the story, and because this drawing is so short, there's no way time I could extend the story. So nothing special here, decided to just make a bit darkness in the face, trying to create this meme of some dark guy realizing some pain in his reality. I'm not sure it's even a real meme, but I decided to do something like that. So, without any longer intro, to the next drawing process. Okay, so the next video is me reacting to another famous cartoons. Actually, I think it will be the second time well, not famous, I use famous word. I'm trying not to use famous or the best or other stuff, because it's kinda demeanor other stuff. I usually try to say good and that stuff, because mostly that's how I feel about other stuff. I will not say I was like super simp about cartoons, like fall in love. I was saying it's like literally the best thing in my world. I just trying to say it's nice because that's how I feel. It's nice, it's interesting. I usually like not that grateful or that godhood about the cartoons. But yeah, I was reacting to Murder Drones and that was one other cartoon series I was reacting to. So it was two cartoons I already reacted to. Well, cartoon series, man, it was, well actually the Sound of 666 is more like short animation. This exactly is definitely like a full-time TV show, well, webtoon. And it actually will get a little bit more episode. So for this one I did not exactly draw myself in the art style of Murder Drones because it's all made in 3D and I definitely cannot illusion 3D. So I was trying to create myself as one of Murder Drones. So it's my Murder Drone sona. So it will be the next of me who is like the guy who about to... Okay, so there was a break. So as I was saying, my negative self will be something like a guy who just doing his job and not enjoying killing, but the positive me... Well, the positive me would be a guy who just into killing very much. Let's ignore the last part what just happened, let's just all together ignore it. So, for body, I take a bunch of weapons drunk and start drawing close to them. Especially, mostly, how to say it. The suit of positive negative me, I was trying to keep it close to original, just changing the hands and the feet. While the positive me will have a little bit more robotic parts because mostly he's the one who wears a lot of open space in body. Now for tail, well man, I guess negative tail I did pretty badly because I did it in the small version. I completely forgot about the tail and then have to do it in the small version because it will not fit. And then with positive me I also want to twist the tail. But because if I gonna twist the tail, it's gonna... Because I think I did something like that. So here you can see me doing something like text effect because... Okay, now I think it's nice time to comment about the drawing. So while commenting about the drawings, I would say that for positive me I did lots of those glitching effect on the eye and the text bubble when he speaks. Because again I want to show the effect of him being like super laggy. And basically saying random nonsense. I don't think he usually say random nonsense, so that's usually what I did. Now for hair, because I don't see Murder Drones with other color of hair, decided to change it to white. One time I break my rule. If there's no way to go around my rules, I break it. Well, I guess I still make it a little bit darker than the face color. But yes. Now I get them a beard, because again always must have a beard. Doesn't matter, here not even can even break rules. They always must have a beard. In some form, in some shapes, I would say maybe they just take a mark and draw them to stealth. And actually, cool in the backstory, the negative suit will be part of the organization which sent them to the... Well, positive me just steal the suit from some human and now wear it. And just going crazy. Also, for details, for negative me I give him normal yellow eyes because again, here's I see no way to bend the rules because even they always have the gray and blue eyes, sometimes they must be following the rules. I mean, let's say species doesn't have different colored eyes, you cannot break rules here. So I decided to just go with yellow, while positive me will have those rainbow eyes, as I said earlier, because he was glitchy. And also, not much to say, also the teeth a bit different, and the hair a bit different, because I think here I start drawing from all the start. And here you can see why I usually try to copy paste my character. Now for background, they stayed in the snow biome, where the events of Murder Drones take place. Also behind positive me you can see the arm which I draw, but was completely hidden by the characters, which is very sad. Now for other details, I kinda want to draw the tower, but then changed my mind. Because I don't know why I changed it. I think the tower would actually look pretty nice here. But I was thinking that the background is not following the script of the show. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, I should probably draw the tower, I have no idea what I did. Also draw different hands for negative me and positive me. But I guess for other details, it's just useless details you have no need to hear. Like for example, I also did this little light bulbs on the head of positive me being completely busted. While one of them will be normal orange color, while the others will be red, and this one won't even be working, like it's full-time black. So yeah, I think it's everything I want to say. And without any longer talking, for the next drawing process. So the next drawing process will be fast, will be simple, but again not that simple way, it's just simple color, the face, and then no written object. It will be me, again reacting to stuff, Because again, usually I like making reaction, then make gameplay video. I will make the reaction, and there will be also be gameplay video. So for now, I upload the reaction a bit faster, and so there will be first gameplay video. There will be first reaction and then gameplay video. So I again try to upload in that order. Well, random, sometimes I upload game first and reaction, but usually I make both game and reaction. Sometimes, okay, not taken in the same day, but uploading usually on the day there will always be one reaction, one gameplay. I explained it so many times, so let's no longer explain because it will only sound much stupider. So this reaction is special because I'm not reacting to some cartoon series or animation, which is cartoon. I was reacting to a trailer to the game I already played really long ago. And not playing for now, but playing to start playing again. In the stream mode. Which one I will tell you when I'm ready to upload the stream. Well, not upload, show, start making stream. Each Showdown Bandit trailer reaction. From not official channel, because official channel of Kindly Beast and Showdown Bandit is like super dead. I don't remember the guy who make my second researches, re-uploaded the reaction, but there was a guy. Now for commenting on that, the whole story that they're watching trailer, they're watching Showdown Bandit, while negative me saying we should react to something fresh because Showdown Bandit is a dead game and no longer famous, while negative, while positive me being super optimistic about it, and he's like the only one who wearing his Showdown Bandit outfit. Although he usually wears his Showdown Bandit outfit, the only one who wear it. Like negative me usually wear his suit. And also you can see I did the same effect with the legs going up like this. Also you can see the dirty legs. It's for shadow. So now, if you wonder how clean my legs, they're not that clean. They're pretty dirty. And on yeah, also make a very big TV and the room, which is I think this brownish part was pretty not necessary because it kinda create the confusion enough. Well, I already did it, so no turning back. And let's not make this longer. For the next drawing we go, which also will be really fast. So the next thumbnail is the thumbnail for GTA video where I actually play the GTA, continue what I was starting. So I figure out some settings, mess with settings, watch some tutorials, and finally make a nice GTA video. And man, it took me really long because I don't know, I started this video gameplay session a bit earlier, but for some reason I was playing the whole day, well not the whole day, a long time. It was the dark night and I was about to sleep, so I was really tired, so quickly beat the mission and then do that. So for the panel a little bit tired point of me, a clock with 100 out of 6 showing time, and very dark background because nothing special I want there. And this is the thumbnail, nothing special I can say. Make this translucent darkness, which is translucent on the skin, and that's it. The next drawing go now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is thumbnail for me playing and drawing thumbnail for the game Stick It to the Man. A game which is I pretty much like because of interesting art style, interesting jokes, and it's kinda remind me of Invader Zim. And Invader Zim was one of my favorite cartoon series. And so I was playing Stick It to the Man. Now, for this gameplay session there wasn't much to say, and so I was trying to pick up random jokes to build my thumbnail and title for the video. So I decided to create something of base of the fact that Ted was touching Ray's brain. So the joke was about that it's a brain and Ray's supposed to show where the Ted touched him. And it's Professor, whose name I will never remember because it was something complicated, trying to draw him close to the original. And lots of those drawings because, man, he had like super interesting drawings on his shirt. So I just decided to put a bunch of random colors. Now here I'm trying to be close to the art style as much as possible. Again, I could not do it perfectly, but I think I get the main idea. Again, there's some differences like the fact that there's no darkening and no play with colors, because usually in that game there's lots of play of colors. And the fact that I noticed, but would really be hard for me to do because I'm not that professional with that stuff. Now him the drawing the Ray, and the problem with Ray I would say maybe I did not make him as fat as he like in the game. Now making the background is like the mind space of Ray, and that's it. Yeah, it was pretty fast. But again it was one of those complicated thumbnails, but again they were made pretty fast. So here you can see the fact that I also make this panel in form of comics, because I like making comics. Now here you can also see that I did some shine in his head, and also in his shirt I did some little joke. There was one little joke. There's one character from another game. Which one? You have to spot him. Like, I guess he doesn't have the full bottom of like he have in the game, but there is a character who resembles a character from another game. If you find him, you're a nice man. Now, for lips, well, no, for most stuff, I think there's nothing much to say. I think everything I want to say, I already said it. So, for the next character, well, for next thumbnail, man, my tongue today. I've started speaking gibberish right now, and I'm very ashamed of myself. Thumbnail will belong to my reaction channel, and it's belong to reaction of another cartoon series, Metal Family, which is pretty much popular with the Mexican / Spanish side of continent, and Russia because origin was created by a Russian team of people. And yes, I know Russia right now going through some stuff, and I'm not gonna comment on that stuff because I will say a bunch of information which can be not true or can offend some people. And so yes, I was drawing, the main point of this, trying to draw a positive self being affected by the music in the video. It just got me copyright claim, but thank God it's not a strike. Although, you know, it's on YouTube, it's okay to be there. If it's not okay, it would be disappear already. So I decided here to try to draw my characters in art style of Metal Family. Completely, I don't know, I think create something like a mix. Now for the eyes, I was trying to figure out how characters look when they're closing the eyes, and I think mostly it's still a circle, it's just the same color of the flesh. I mean, with Glam he have this makeup, so with him it's pretty much easier to show his eyes closed. Now here, given my positive self metallic clothes, I would say metallic clothes, but mostly it's leather jacket / blue pants, jeans. Now here I'm drawing my positive self wearing the negative self clothes, because he's been affected by this something like opera music and he like turning into a nice gentleman. So here I'm trying to draw in an art style of Metal Family. Most that will be the eyes, but they will have the black pupil, because characters in Metal Family have black pupils. The body, I'm not sure I'm doing it right, but well, nah, definitely show that hands are not like this. Again, because I don't know how Metal Family handle the hands. But yes, man, actually, I have no idea what I should do. Also here you can see that I did something different with the hair. For example, the spikes, well not the spikes, the lumps will actually go on top each other. Well actually that will mostly will be the middle one lumps, and from that middle lumps there will be other hair going. Also I decided to go with a bit less darker color. It's not full time black, it's a bit darker, because I want to show the line. And here I'm trying to again follow the art style, trying to create something similar to characters. Well, something similar to Metal Family, that's what I'm trying to say. So here you can see it's also in the form of comics. There's some notes. For background I decided to show the buildings. And technically it also kind of look like the character is standing on the road. And I would say he does stand on the road. That he got hit by the car. It's a plot line that you will not see before. Also, if you notice the positive me is wearing negative me suit. But you can also notice that he have the white P. Because I don't know, he usually have white P's, and if he gonna wear negative suit me, he not gonna have this, then he gonna have his standard P. But his P will be white. While he wears his white tank top, it's usually black. While he wears another clothes, he usually painted it with white colors or other colors. And yes, he painted himself. While negative me will have his brand clothes with symbol and imprinted there by special order, the positive me usually will just color with mark or other stuff with this white, black / other colors P. So that's it, and for the other two drawings, I think soon will be finished. Although that's thumbnails, but there also will be some special work here. So let's not keep any longer, pressing stop and next drawing right now. So after a couple of reaction, I finally react to HAZBIN Hotel, which actually I expect a bit more exposure. Well, not exposure, more reaction of people. Well, nah. Well, I mean, for my reaction channel, the most reacted liked video will be Murder Drones, because it have 2 likes. For other videos, none likes. So for here you can see my HAZBIN Hell Sona, well my positive self Sona, and if you wonder what kind of demon he is, he's a platypus. Yes, actually it's a gag I want to use for a real long time, and I think finally have the opportunity. So while positive me being the gag, well positive me being a platypus, he have ability of having poison darts and breathing the water. For other stuff weapons he usually have vets and guns, which will be his standard. And if you wonder what kind of liquid he holds in his hand, it's cheap booze. Promoted by me, created by me. Cheap booze. Whenever you don't have money, but you want to get wasted. And yes, I'm doing it like a commercial. Okay, I decided to go with his typical black. Well, nah. Doing what I want to always do. Now using a bit less dark black color with lamps going on the top of each other. And for now it's kinda look good. Although maybe the last lamp could use something a bit more deep. Now for tips, he will have a beard. Skin color decided to go with a bit darkish reddish. And for tails decided to give him a spike because again I didn't want to draw just normal platypus. I want to give him something like a demonish vibe. For bottle, decided to make it a bit more fancy because it's our own brand drink, it's a cheap booze. I didn't put the name, but I put the symbol there. Decided to give it a bit of lines, form, and just those fancy stuff I consider to be fancy. Also give myself those little things on beneath the finger, don't know the name, but give him that. Also put the text to show the fact that it's a commercial. He representing the product. Now for the suit, he's not wearing positive negative me suit, he's wearing his own suit which is he have. It's something like a shirt which colors like a suit. And also he put a pant P there. He is a literal pant and nothing much. The tie is not real, the shirt is not real, and he probably not wearing any pants right now. So that's the whole drawing, and for the next drawing we go. It will be pretty short because it's just an image for this series. So if you wonder why the hell there need to be a censor image, there was a scene in this episode where technically it was censored, but it was censored that way, but you can totally tell what's going on. So I decided to put extra censor because you know it's kinda in my style to do that. So here's also will be one of those scenarios when characters' hair changed because they will be interact with them or they've been through some stuff. So I decided to make the two lamps on the side of his head going down, while the middle lamps will stay up there. And man, it's also a little bit the lamest joke I made here. Also here I'm making the black. Did I make the black hair color? Okay, let me remember. Did I make the thumbnail, the tense image before? Actually, yeah, I think I start giving my characters a brand new hair after the HAZBIN hotel stuff. So actually first I make the tense image because it go in montage. And then make the HAZBIN hotel thumbnail. So yeah, I think after that I start giving my characters a bit less dark colors. So for now they will have the full-time black, but the next thumbnail is being normal. Well, normal in that way that you can see it. As you can see, it's making the comics and the terrible joke which is I'm proud of, but I have to make. Just tell me. Understand, I have to make the joke. Come on, don't judge me. Judge yourself better. Okay, so this thumbnail was made for my gameplay of a brand new game called Lifeless Planet. And actually, man, I uploaded a ton of games, but for some reason this thumbnail there was like only for the king, you, yeah, only 3 new games. Man, I was expecting a little bit more. I was thinking, I believe, was a little bit more. So Lifeless Planet was one of those games which is not very popular, and there's not even any comments about people. There's no gameplay video of people other nations. There's only a trailer and maybe no commentary. Although I did not see no commentary, but if I go deeper, I would probably find some. So for this one, the joke was that the title of this game, the title of this gameplay was No Sign of Sentient Life. So that's be positive me. No sentient. This is a living thing which have no sentient, which is being his spacesuit with this guy whose name I don't know, who will scan his brain with this device. So for positive me, I decided to put him on the scaphandre, or how we call it, the spacesuit. But was it scaphandre? Is it even a real word? Scaphandre. I just think about it. I think I heard it somewhere before. Scaphandre, but it sounds so weird. Maybe it's not even a real word. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. So that will be positive me with his suit, with the mask, with the black P because he wearing a white stuff, so there will be a black P, and with the son of my channel on both shoulders. And then there will be this guy whose name we don't know, or maybe we do know it, but I did not listen clearly, who is basically wearing a bit different uniform, have American flags there, but again mostly simplified. I mean, I hope I get the lines right, but the stars I didn't do a correct number, I think, and I did them like little lines and those plus signs. Well, not very nicely, but simplified. Although you cannot see it. You see. I mean, I will go a little bit closer. Well, you can see it, but it's super impossible to see. Also give a little bit sign on the mask, on the helmet, and the background just pale orange sands, rocks, and darkening and red sky. Basically the same thing I have in the game. Now also, for remote controls, man, I was holding my phone really long to see how it's supposed to look on his hand. And I think I did it a little bit wrong. Also was planning to make a little bit comics like saying beep and no sign of life, but I think it was not necessary there. And also, man, again, I was kinda also want to try something new. I was planning to do something like a yellow shine follow my characters. Like I did it on helmet. I was also thinking maybe there should be a yellow line representing like the fact that they have been shined by the sun. Like not shadows, like just yellow sunlight showing. The next example of that will be, okay, the ink tank. I would like to recommend it. Recommend ink tank. It's actually a nice Ben 10 fandom place. And if you like Ben 10, you should bloody watch the channel. I will censor the first word because it's not a good word. And okay, once they will comment about using different shadow color for representing some stuff, like for energy, when energy glowing in your face, for sun, for showing something slimy. That's something I should probably try in the future, but because I don't even do shadows, like I don't use shadows even, so maybe that's why it's so weird for me. Also man, my point of self also look pretty big in that suit, but I would say maybe the suit just big and my point of self is still the same size. So I think I have everything to say about this drawing and some future plans for me to try to draw. I said it already, so going for the next drawing, and which one should be also the last drawing, which is not, well actually not the last drawing, but it will be something special. But again also very fast. So the next funnel, it's not even a funnel, it's a tier list for my Patreon. So I upgraded my Patreon a little bit because I'm started making a reaction video, and because reaction, I can't just put full-time reaction video on Patreon because it will break some copyright law, it will be not humane, or not humane, it will be just a jerk move. So for saving myself, well, yeah, for saving myself and being a nice person, don't think that I'm against, I'm actually doing it because it's nice. I decided to create a different tier. Well, there will be a tier Game Plus where I will put the gameplay video, fully gameplay video, early access to my gameplay video. There will also be a tier Movie Bat, which originally was supposed to be my every video, but because every video is not possible for reaction video, Movie Bat will be my reaction video with timer, and so we can line up the video together and watch the reaction, my reaction. After some times, reaction will go public with the whole video there. Unless it's something, unless the creator of the video is against people reacting to his content, that way maybe I will come up with something else, or maybe upload my Patreon version as official version so we could line up together and watch it. I don't know, maybe we'll think about that in the future. For now, I'm watching creators who are pretty okay with people reacting to their content, as much as I think. Now, actually, I'm trying to watch the content. I'm trying to react to content which is pretty much okay to react to. So again, it's mostly the stuff you see with other YouTubers I will definitely watch. Oh, well actually man, there was a trailer of Showdown Bandit, although yeah, would definitely watch some people who react to it. They probably just reacted to the original channel which existed before. I mean, I'd never see people reacting to trailers of the series which is already been shown and already been publicly. For now, I don't see that. But you know what, who knows, maybe people start doing it again. Or maybe I will start the new trend of watching the old trailers, because sometimes old trailers are pretty nice. Like imagine, old trailers of Megamind. Like right now there's a ton of people reacting to Megamind. I don't know, maybe actually Megamind is suddenly like pop up. I even heard that maybe there will be a brand new series about Megamind. Which is super nice and what I'm waiting for. And also for my Plus Games, tier, you can say that I use the Joker fun and create myself in something like those aliens from these old games where you have to shoot those aliens. Which is, again, I would say I'm stuck at pixelated art. Although it's only pixels because I was using the line left tool. So I think everything I want to say I said it. So for the next and last thumbnail. So for thumbnail for this video I have to reference one of the famous statues in the world. If you didn't get what statue it was, I did a clever word of referencing this statue. So it's a statue of this speaking guy, whose real name I don't remember, and man, I'm such uncultured swine. and for the position of arm, bending arm, and other stuff. Also, I did a bunch of text saying what I was thinking during that moment. Most of that stuff was relating to the fact that my character's hair looked different in profile. Again, in profile, I see his hair like they just lumps which go this way and you can only see one. Which is, again, something I was not doing with profile, because with profile I'm trying to do all of them together. But it's look pretty weird to me. Mostly trying to figure out how to do the best profile here. Although, man, again, the legs, which is go on the rocks, one leg is bending a little bit, the arm is bending, and both girl stuff I like to do. Different thoughts, different that stuff. Do I look fat because he kinda look fat? For some reason the text got thick and I decided to change it. And other stuff. Yeah. So also there will be a joke to the gameplay which will be uploaded will get uploaded after. Man, I have to memorize what I was. It will be definitely not the latest gameplay. The latest gameplay will be after Bridge Construction of the Dead. Yes, I remember now. So after that, there will be a brand new content. Actually, maybe I should already start making new thumbnails. So, pointing out that stuff, it was cheap GP. So also, if you notice that there was not 6 thumbnails, and 6 thumbnails, and yes, if you know what I'm talking about, that means you are true fan. If you don't, that was expected because I don't have much fans to realize that joke. So usually I post only 6 thumbnails and maybe plus censor image and pattern stuff. But for now it was special thing because I'm trying something new. I'm trying to make a ton of thumbnails and then start uploading content about them. Uploading on the montage, adding reaction, and then go on YouTube. And actually I find that pretty nice because again, it's helped me a lot of time to comment, react and talk, and there's no need to cut and then save myself. Because I can talk for hours and it will be pretty nice. For example, originally, without me talking, it will be like only 20 or 19 minutes. But now it's almost at 44, maybe /50. So actually, the fact that it's /50, I should probably not talk very long. So that's what it is. I like the way I do it. It's a nice speed, it's a nice amount of thumbnail, and the fact that I'm making them pretty simple give me a possibility of making them in such form. So yes, so it was cheap GP. As I want to say, have a nice day. No, wait, too early. Subscribe, comment, like, dislike, go to my description to go to my other channels, my social media, my Patreon where you can watch my drawings. Well, not thumbnails, drawing, reaction, commission, question, and you see the tier list, I write them down for you. And then, I don't know, have a nice day. I think now it's amazing time to say have a nice day. Bye bye.